Check out my little gardening friend. He's been hanging out for probably around a month. He's done molted a couple of times. Just been here hanging out, doing his thing, protecting my bell peppers, because that's mainly where he's hanging out. Right now he's on the squash leaves. But I guess he's starting to move around more in the garden, because there's plenty of food for him here. It's a welcome addition. I've been manicuring my garden, by the way. This squash plant just absolutely too big. If I go to the other side, there's a ton of squash growing. Peppers are growing amazing. All that white stuff is from when I sprayed my shoes off. I had that glitchy mud, and it just don't seem to go away. But it doesn't seem to be harming the plants. And then I just noticed I got a pretty big pepper under here. Pretty big. And my hot peppers, I've been clipping them and eating them, so hopefully stimulate more growth. And I got a lot of tomatoes starting to come in on this plant, on this tomato plant finally. It took some studying, some learning. I got this big, nice, juicy one back here. And then the rest are around on the side. They're hard to see. But that one is right there. And here's the cantaloupe. I need to start transplanting these guys because these guys are getting absolutely too big. And then here I got roses, mint, thyme, basil, and oregano growing in this pot. It looks kind of dead, but I think that's because I disturbed it. Just gotta let it heal. It's starting to grow up near the bottom if you look here. I disturbed it when I transplanted all the other stuff out of this pot. But I did plant some flowers here. This one, it doesn't look too good, but she's doing pretty good. Starting to put out new flowers and dropping old. But this one's doing even better. I didn't show you these two. But this one's doing alright, and this one's doing a little better than this one. This one's covered by the squash plant. And this one, I don't know if it's getting enough sun or not. I planted it here to help with the tomatoes, help them get pollinated more. But its flowers fell off, and it's starting to grow more. But I guess this little plant takes some time. I have bell peppers coming in. This flowering plant is doing good. I planted a little seedling sunflower. Rosemary, of course, is doing good. Bell peppers they're in here. They're not that big, but they're in there. Little garden friend again. Well, that's the little front yard garden. And for now, finally figured out what's been eating my plants. Leaf cutter bees. They're actually little cute things, but and that's oregano. I got it trellised up in there, and finally can really see it now that it's really growing in. But yeah, leaf cutter bees. I'm thinking about trying to get some. It's late in the season, so I'll probably wait till next year. But they've been hanging out in the garden. That's what's mostly flying around. These plants over here, I know you probably can't really tell, but they're flying around it. and being harassed by a yellow bee. But they're here. Alright, urban life.